And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Hey, let's go!
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Ryan. This will be caught inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And that one results in 35 yards. Now Ryan. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
It's Coleman here. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Kill! Ready? Ready?
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, as they take the field here for the next drive, let's talk about the AFC Championship game. How excited are you for Mahomes and Brady, Chiefs and Patriots?
I'm very excited because remember, this is a rematch game, just like in the NFC, where they played in the regular season, but this time the site is different. Regular season, they were in Foxborough, and Tom Brady and the Patriots won late against Kansas City. But how about this? The first quarterback to have a 50-touchdown season, Tom Brady, he's taking on the latest to do so in Patrick Mahomes.
And you've also got the likely MVP in Mahomes against arguably the greatest to do it all time. The storylines here just at the quarterback position are limitless.
Yeah, and remember we said they met in the regular season. It was 43-40, the win for the Patriots in Foxborough, but Kansas City walked out of there vowing revenge.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
How about this offense? Already through one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
Hey, let's go.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, Ryan. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Ryan drops it off for Coleman. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Charles, that's an important third down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on 4th down, that's big for the defense.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 20. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
You know I'm going to lean towards his head around to make a play on the football.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll run it with Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down. At the 22-yard line. Well, partner, let's look ahead to the NFC Championship game while we got a second. Sunday, 3 Eastern, Rams, Saints. What do you think about that matchup?
I'm loving the matchup, and it's right back of the site where they played in the regular season. And the Saints got out to a 21-point lead, and the Rams reeled them in before the Saints won it by 10 down the stretch. Here's where I think the biggest matchup of the game is. Marcus Peters, corner for the Rams against Michael Thomas.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Alex Okafor in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Tuesday. 12.
On second down, here's Ryan. Flushed out right. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
22.
On third down, Ryan escaping the pressure right. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Okafor in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
54, south. Let's go. Hey, south. Right. Gotta go.
Now Ryan on second down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Tyler Davison in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 68 yards. And the Falcons are in for 6. Here's Bryant for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And here's Lewis. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, New Orleans comes out on offense here. What was the motivation tactic that Sean Payton used last week before the Philly game?
Well, do you remember they won a Super Bowl trophy? They had a Lombardi trophy in-house, and he brought that and displayed it in front of the team. And he also brought in, under heavy guard, $225,000 in cash. That's approximately the winner's share of what you would get for winning the Super Bowl. To let those guys know this is what you're playing for. You're playing for the trophy, which is forever, and the cash, which everyone likes for right now. But it reminds me, back in the day, when the Super Bowl champion got $15,000 in the first few Super Bowls for winning it, the loser $7,500. I remember there was a big blank check up in the New York Jets locker room that said, paid to the order of New York Jet, $15,000. So that motivational tactic has been around for a while.
And the Saints will stay home for the NFC Championship, and you told me last week that atmosphere was unbelievable.
It was absolutely off the wall, off the charts. I was surprised that the Superdome roof didn't come off.
Breeze now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. Heck of a move. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Thomas, the intended target.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Forced out to his left. And an alley to run. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
12.
From the gun, Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
22!
Third and long. It's Ryan. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
5-8. You're good. 5-4, ready. Still waiting.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half, it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The dangerous Hill now to return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he got 29 yards that time.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Ready. We're waiting. Ready, what's that?
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. Breeze now on first down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
36. Here we go. Ready. You're ready. 11. Here we go.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And that is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, a reminder to everyone out there, coming up soon, the NFL Club Championship event. Now, there are a handful of those club events that haven't been determined yet, but eventually there will be a representative from each of the 32 NFL teams. It's about $700,000 worth of prize money, and it's all going to take place live on Twitch every day at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, starting January 30th and running through February 2nd. Don't miss it. Ryan. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, 57 yards. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
On 2nd down, Ryan eluding the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Ryan, flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Jack Crawford in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
36. 11.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jack Crawford getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
5-1. Monday. 5-4.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to him again. Jack Crawford. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He'll buy some time right. And that's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. This is Coleman. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down inside the 30. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have broken our tie. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop your offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dez Bryant, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Kill.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the 4th. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Time to his left. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They will run again with Coleman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Hey, normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. He's airing it out for Sanu. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They go play action with Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Everyone's got 4 down. Ready? Yellow waiting.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
21.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Easy. Ready? Yellow waiting.
Here's Breeze to throw. Going deep here for Bryant. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play for the Saints on 3rd down. 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And Charles, the 2nd time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there's that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Back to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Five down.
Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Looking downfield for Dez. That's going to be caught. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
11.
They come out here in the eye. Breeze now. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Easy.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
You just cruising on the highway, man.